Have you ever designed something? If so, how did you come up with the design? In this lecture, I will provide an overview of the process engineers utilize to arrive at design solutions. This process is called the engineering design process. It is a very important topic because engineers engage in design activities on a regular basis. For example, designing products, systems, services, environments, processes, etc. And it is design that distinguishes engineering from sciences. The design process begins when an opportunity to create value has been identified, so there is a need to create a solution that adds value for the customer. Before a solution is developed, it is important to fully understand the problem first, and this step is to define the problem. This includes identifying the specific needs of the customer and defining the goals to be achieved, requirements that the solution must fulfill, criteria that measure the success of the solution, and constraints that may limit the solution. The next step is to research. When research is conducted, we gain further understanding of the problem to confirm that we have defined the correct problem to solve. During this step, we also research existing solutions and evaluate the benefits and drawbacks of existing solutions. The next step is to imagine different possibilities that might solve the problem. Here, divergent thinking and creativity is encouraged. And it is important to generate many ideas. The next step is to model, and this is where engineering problem solving differs from a hobbyist approach. Engineers apply principles of math and science and use different types of models, such as mathematical models or computational models, and perform analysis in order to make informed design decisions. When an initial decision has been made and a design solution has been selected, other types of models, such as 3D computer-aided design or CAD models or drawings, could be used to visually represent the solution. Then, the design is created and tested against design criteria. Finally, the design could be improved. Throughout the process, the customer should play a very important role. Customer feedback will help us refine and improve our ideas throughout the process. The design process provides a general outline that helps us approach a design problem. However, the steps are not meant to be strictly followed. The process is very fluid. It is non-linear and iterative in nature. This means that a step could always be repeated or revisited. Steps could occur simultaneously. Shortcuts around the loop are possible, and the process could go in reverse. The design process is also a decision-making and communication-intensive process. There are a few other things that are important to the engineering design process. The first is prototyping, which could occur at any stage in the design process. Even very simple rough mockups will help communicate ideas and provide very valuable information. In product design, there is a concept of minimum viable products, or MVPs, which are versions of the design built with minimum amount of effort and very simple materials that still allow the designer to collect useful feedback and quickly learn how to further improve the ideas. According to the innovative design firm Ideal, building prototypes is about making ideas tangible, learning while building, and iterating quickly. The second is project planning and management. There is a saying that failing to plan is planning to fail. So it is important to plan any design project at the beginning, and if necessary, the plan can be updated throughout the project. Last but not least, it is important to document the entire design process throughout the process in the form of a design notebook. Inventor Thomas Edison completed over 2,500 design notebooks in his lifetime. To conclude, we have given an overview of the steps in the engineering design process and emphasized its iterative nature. Please note that this is only an overview, and we will discuss specific details and techniques for each of these steps later in the course. We have also discussed the importance of the customer, prototyping, and documentation throughout the design process. Finally, any design project should be carefully planned and managed.